Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. How are you, Prabhuji?
Very nice, Mataji. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm in Noida at present.
Oh, okay. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಂಗಳೋಡ ಇದ ಪತಿ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ இருந்தா but originally proposed some Prabhupada ஆශ්ரயா அல்ல?
Yes, Prabhuji, நான் ஒண்ணுமே அதெல்லாம் ஃபில்லே பண்ணவே இல்ல.
ஓஹோ.
ஆமா, ஒண்ணுமே பண்ணவே இல்ல. But I'm doing my regular chanting, I'm reading books. அதெல்லாம் பண்றேன். That's it. I enjoy do that. Form ஒண்ணுமே
அந்த
ஃபில்லே
criteria எல்லாம் வாங்கிட்டேலானாக்க என்னெல்லாம் கிரைட்டீரியான்னு Prabhupada ஆශ්ரயாக்கு?
இல்ல பிரபுஜி, இல்ல. Even Sumati Mataji was telling me you also do it. She told me, Prabhuji, எனக்கு ரொம்ப confusion. I keep on moving. I don't want to get disconnected from this. அதனாலதான் எனக்கு ரொம்ப I'm very much, what to say.
See, Krishna consciousness is an internal process.
Yes,
So
Prabhuji.
no question
Yeah.
of disconnecting. Wherever you are in any corner of the world, you remain connected as long as you are following the practices.
Yeah, that is it. அதான் அது கொஞ்சம் மனசு ரொம்ப கொஞ்சம் I get upset. See, I wanted to come to Chennai. I wanted that you should come to my place. எல்லாம் அப்படி ஒரு மாதிரி some distractions because my daughter is here.
All that is side issues. But main focus is you want to take a guru or not. You know,
Yeah.
It's a very essential ingredient of Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
To make progress. It is not that, see, you can chant the holy name even without taking a diksha from a guru. That is very much there. We openly shout it in the streets.
Yeah.
People, please take it up and chant. But when you take a guru and make some commitments to the guru, that helps you to progress.
100% Prabhuji, I really agree with you.
As we see the world around us, increasingly we start feeling, I don't want to be born again. No? I have taken one birth, but definitely I don't want to come back here again. And what situation, what I will be facing, nothing is predictable for us. So the more we come into Krishna consciousness, loving Krishna is far away. Forget about it. That will come in due course of time. But in the initial stages, we develop a kind of a revulsion towards the material existence. Oh, what kind of world is this? In this Kali Yuga, things are going to worsen day by day. So, and I don't know how much time I have left.
100%.
So, we want to become serious and make some progress. That will be your head start for the next birth. It's not that we won't be born again, even though we very much want that we should not take birth again. But we cannot assure ourselves, we can only hope that
100%.
if I have to take another birth, it should be definitely a superior birth where I can pick up and make further advancement without loss of time. So, this is the head start we have. For the next birth, we prepare now. If you start preparing after the birth has come, we don't know who will be the supporters, when we will come into Krishna consciousness, we don't know.
Yeah, that is
in this birth itself, we have taken a long time to come.
Yeah.
Even though we were born in a good background, where spirituality was in the family background, but still, for us to catch Krishna consciousness, we have taken so much time.
100%.
Going forward in this Kali Yuga, increasingly the focus is so much on material education. People are afraid, if I don't have this education, what will happen? So, we try to recruit children for Bhakti Prahalad school. We just need them for 1 or 2 hours per week. But parents, there's no time.
100%. Yeah.
The child may be interested, parents are afraid. No. See, there is so much competition in the school and they are participating in so many classes. Really, there's no time. Now, my child is rushing from one class to another. But all are material classes. No spiritual class. And going forward, there'll be so much more competition, This is what Prabhupada calls struggle for existence. Become, more and more vigorous in the days to come, like a dog eat dog, that will be the word. So, on the world, if we have to come back, we should rather come back as teachers. We should make some reasonable advancement and then help others to make advancement. Number one, if we have so many reservations to get into the serious mode, then we'll be losing valuable time. Valuable time. Increasingly, I see when I speak to people who are practicing Krishna consciousness, but they are, if you say that you take one step forward, they develop cold feet. No. Maybe some other time. We'll wait for some more time. That comes. They don't say it in so many words, but we sense it,
100% people come to know it. Yeah.
But it is my duty to create that earnestness, in people. That because what we know, we have to share. So actually, we are drowning in the middle of an ocean. And we don't know whether we can make it to the shore, to the other side. Yeah, this ocean is called Bhavasagar. Taking birth and dying again, taking birth, dying again. We are in the middle of the ocean. Where is the end? How many more births we will take? And how much more karma we will accumulate, which means more and more births. Without a boat, we are just drowning in the middle of the ocean. Now a boat has come. The boat in the form of a body, a captain in the form of a guru, and a favorable wind in the form of scriptures. So many things have come. Then it will come again. Drowning in the middle of the ocean. So many people are drowning, but somehow for us, this boat has come. How long the boat will wait to pick us up? It has to save so many people. So the rope has been thrown. We have to catch it.
I have to catch it. That is it. I don't know when.
Catching we have to do. The rope can be thrown, but catching is something we have to do.
When I sit alone and I talk in front of Krishna, that time only tears just flow. I feel so helpless sometimes. I'm doing my duties. How long am I going to do my duties like this?
You have to rise above that, Mataji. You are saying duties, but just imagine every day people are leaving their bodies. And who is doing their duties? Everybody is doing their duties, but one day they leave just like that.
Yes.
And who will do the duty that they have left undone? What is left? Who will do? Somehow we develop a consciousness that I am inevitable. Without me, things will not go on. I am needed. We don't realize I am myself in a helpless situation. When the call comes, they won't give me time. I am myself helpless. I am in the ICU. But I want to help others. I feel that no, they need me. But the best way we can help people is...
No, Prabhuji, that detachment has come within me, but it is, because of compulsion, I'm doing it. I have no interest in anything, but I do it. I have to do it because situation or the circumstances compelling me to get into such this thing swirl that it is just like, I don't know what to say. Like a web.
Actually, this is all the result of our past karma only.
Yeah, that I understand.
Whatever situation we face, nobody is forcing it on us.
It is a chakra view, Prabhuji. I just want to come out of it.
It is a chakra view, and we should only come out of it. Otherwise,
I just pray to him.
It will just go on. It just go on.
Then sometimes I feel such a good solace and such peaceful this thing. Then again something starts. Then I have to rush here, go there.
That is material existence, Mataji. That is material existence.
Pardon?
That is material existence.
Yeah. But
by definition.
I self-introspect myself. There's a lot of drastic changes.
Not only for one person, this is for everybody. There are always multiple forces at work, and Maya Devi very expertly manages things so that we will always feel we are wanted. Till our last breath, we'll be worrying for others. So without me, what they will do? Without me, what they will do? But then quietly we leave. Why I am saying this? I was in a bank. And I took so many promotions. I went up higher and higher. And every time I got a promotion, I thought, oh, now so much more responsibility is on me. And so much that even after I retired, I felt, oh, the part of our wisdom I have accumulated for so many years, I should share with others. Then I found nobody was interested. They were
That,
listening to me only because I was in the job. And out of respect only. Nobody was really listening.
they say in Hindi, na kursi ka salam. That is it.
They were acting as though they were listening to me and they
Yeah.
needed me, just
That
to pop
very
me
much.
up. But when I retired, nothing. Even the chairman of the bank, same story. Nobody is inevitable. Nobody is indispensable in this world. But when we get that idea that I am somehow indispensable, that is illusion. It's called moham. Illusion. So,
Prabhuji, one thing, Prabhuji, I mean, really, I'm telling you that I don't have any, as you say, moha, nothing like that. But I'm being, I mean, what to say, it is an illusion or whatever it is. I'm being, without any, this thing, I'm being pulled by that. Then I feel that it's Maya Devi who's doing this to check whether I'm.
why I am using strong words is that I
No,
am
Prabhuji,
trying
no.
to force you more and more into introspection. I am
Uh,
not a person who can do anything for you.
yeah,
But I
Prabhuji,
can
I wanted to
just
start with.
force
Yeah.
some introspection, some more introspection on you. Look at the world, look at your experiences so far, what lessons we have learned from that. Now suddenly Krishna conscious entered into our life. We started seeing things in a different light. But more and more it was a intellectual exercise. But Prabhupada says jnana is not enough, vijnana, realized knowledge is necessary. So jnana gives us some kind of a happiness, some kind of a solace that, okay, now I realize that everything is Maya, it's all temporary, and I am eternally a servant of Krishna. All these things, theoretically, they go inside, we feel nice for some time. But until we develop that, the practical knowledge, the information has to become transformation in the heart. Then only we start reaping the true benefits. Otherwise, artificially, we may feel that I have made progress, but I may not really be making progress. We are chanting, that's good, we have taken the first step. But spiritual life is constant upward movement should be there. If we stop somewhere, then actually, like in a treadmill, you cannot stop. You have to keep walking to stay in the same place. And sometimes you have to really run. Otherwise, it'll throw you out of the
Yeah.
thing. So, like that, we have to start uh, thinking what is the best thing I should do now. Okay, I think, Mataji, I leave the thought with you because this subject matter came up yesterday.
Okay.
I was asking.
Thank you, Prabhuji. No. At least you spoke, and I mean, somewhat, whatever that cloudy thing was there, it is trying to clear that. I mean, that it is a great strength for me. So it out of the blue.
Actually,
Sorry.
Mataji, actually, we are all in the same boat. We have to strengthen each other to do the right thing. We are not saying that leave everything, go to the forest. Fortunately, that is not Krishna consciousness.
Not
In Krishna consciousness, Arjuna was asked to fight the battle. But we should not think that if I don't fight the battle, everything will be lost. That is not what Krishna says. Krishna says, Ma manusmara idyacha. Remember me while fighting. It is my battle, not your battle. So there is a certain adjustment in consciousness which is required. With that, we are in a position to handle things. The real detachment, whether it has come or not, we are not the judge, right? We cannot judge whether I have truly become detached. That is something that only the Lord knows, the spiritual master knows. We cannot know.
all the gurus and
So
Krishna's.
all the more we have to take help of Guru by by attaching ourselves to the parampara. That is the.
Sure, Prabhuji. I will try my level best.
We will start with Mangalacharanam.
Okay.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayyam Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yudapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini. Hare Krishna. Thank you, devotees. My sincere gratitude to all of you for joining in today's session. We shall continue with our discussion on Madhurya Kadambini. We are into the second shower of nectar. We were discussing how one proceeds from Shraddha to Nishtha. From Shraddha, we have to proceed towards Nishtha. Nishtha is a stage where you are no longer distracted from being Krishna conscious by your anarthas, by your past karma. Whatever we have accumulated in millions of lifetimes, they are there in the form of anarthas or karma. They distract us in so many ways. You have got Shraddha, but the Shraddha means it is practiced as devotional service. You do bhajana kriya in the association of devotees. But as you start doing it, so many obstacles come in your way. And you wonder whether I was better off without Krishna consciousness. I have come to Krishna consciousness. Now I have two battles to fight. Earlier, I was just fighting my material battle. Now I have a spiritual battle added. So many problems are coming. Earlier, what was a pleasure? Now I am not able to enjoy it fully. Every time I try to enjoy some sense gratification, some sense of guilt is coming in me. Perhaps I should never have come to Krishna consciousness. It is only trouble and more trouble. It happens in the stage of Shraddha to Nishtha. Shraddha followed by Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya. Then you reach Nishtha stage. So here, this stage prior to Nishtha, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur calls it as Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. So Bhajana Kriya prior to reaching the Nishtha stage is called Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. You have not become Nishtha. You have not become focused. You have not developed that Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, that this is the job I have to do. Right? So that is called Anishtita Bhajana. Once you reach Nishtha, you proceed very nicely into Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. That's a very, very, very pleasant, sweet process. Nishtha onwards, because things don't disturb you anymore. You have overcome most of your anarthas. So once you have overcome most of your anarthas, the remaining ones, because your bhakti has become so strong, your shraddha has become so strong, it has reached the Nishtha stage, then you don't feel troubled much. So we have to somehow reach the Nishtha stage. Right now we are in the Anishtita Bhajana Kriya stage, which is, we are going to see how difficult that stage is. But everyone has to go through this. Perhaps someone who is more in Sattva Gun may find the anarthas troubling less. Someone who is in Rajogun or Tamogun may find anarthas troubling too much. But at the same time, if our Shraddha is strong, then even Rajas and Tamas cannot trouble us too much. But if our Shraddha itself is weak, and our anarthas are very strong, then this Anishtita Bhajana Kriya is like a tender creeper that has no support and caught in a tornado. Our devotional life is like that. So this Anishtita stage, what it means and how we cross it are things that are being discussed here. So we have already gone through what is Raga Bhakti, what is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. We have discussed that. And what are the benefits in the starting stage of Bhakti, Kleshagni, Shubhada. We have discussed that. So now we shall see the various stages of advancement in Bhakti. As you see in the PPT here in front of you, I hope all of you are seeing it. No? You are able to see?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, first, the qualification for Bhakti is Shraddha or faith. See, this is the only process for which the initial qualification is almost nothing. Nothing. It is simply you have faith or not. Shraddha ekam mulya. The only price you pay is having Shraddha. Then you can enter. Anyone, please come. Come into Krishna consciousness. Just we are inviting you. Please come. Namahatta College. Nityananda Prabhu opened a market of the holy name in Godruma. Nadiya Godrume Nityananda Mahajan. Padi Yache Namahatta Jivera Karan. For the fallen souls of this age of Kali, Nityananda Prabhu has opened the market of the holy name. And what is the price? Shraddhavan. Shraddhavan Jane. He calls, please who have faith, you please come. And what is the price? Shraddha ekam mulya. Only price is having faith and you are given. So bhakti is the one process for which least qualification criteria are prescribed. For karma yoga, for jnana yoga, for ashtanga yoga, so many criteria to be fulfilled. Then only you can enter those paths. But here bhakti, so easy to enter. That is why people underestimate bhakti. They think, hey, no criteria, anybody can become a bhakta, so what is the big deal? It is only for sentimental people. You are not competent to do karma, jnana, ashtanga. That is why you are going into bhakti. They will say like that. But interestingly, susukam kartum, it is easy to do, very pleasant, but same time, avyayam, the benefits are eternal. Benefits of bhakti are eternal. Rajavidya, it is a king of sciences. It is a king of all secrets. So like that, Krishna will glorify in Bhagavad Gita, but people don't understand. People neglect Krishna only. They read Bhagavad Gita, but I heard someone narrating, someone was chanting, very pleasantly they were chanting Bhagavad Gita. But at the beginning of the chapter, you know what they say? Om Paramatmane Namaha. What is this? Have you heard this? Om Paramatmane Namaha. That's how they start reciting.
Yes,
Why Paramatma? When Krishna is there, Om Krishnaya Namaha, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Narayana. They don't want all these things. Om Paramatmane Namaha. They want so impersonal. That means they are not qualified. They are not qualified. Very easy to find out whether a person has qualification or not. But they will do everything to criticize a devotee without admitting, I don't have the qualification for bhakti, which is simply faith. I don't want, that's the problem. Or they have a very strong ego to acknowledge that there is a person above them. And you can never exceed him. You can never cross over him. He's the height. You have to be always below him. And you are all his servants. They cannot accept. So, Om Paramatmane Namaha, unfortunately, there is a fate. They will never experience the beautiful qualities of the Lord. And as long as they deny a personal God, Bhagavan, they will never achieve their goal. Their goal may be liberation. Sorry, no, Krishna doesn't. Until you don't acknowledge my existence as a person beyond the Brahman, beyond the Paramatma, I don't award you. Even though what you are asking is very cheap, I easily give it to my devotees, but they don't want it. But for you, sorry, I'm not going to give. Until you acknowledge me as a personal God and you do bhakti to me, then I will award your liberation, what you want, not otherwise. Okay. So here, Shraddha is the only price. Shraddha is what? Firm trust. Here you see the definition. These are all definitions coming from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Shraddha is firm trust in the import of the Bhakti scriptures. Very, very specific it is. It is not vague. It is very specific. Shraddha means firm trust in the import of Bhakti scriptures. What is being conveyed through the Bhakti scriptures, that you should have faith. What is that? I told you already. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swaya. The supreme absolute truth is a person, and his name is Krishna. He is the son of Nanda Maharaj. Aradhya Bhagavan Brajeshatanayaha Tadhama Vrindavanam. The Krishna in Vrindavan is the only worshipable person. That's it. That's trust. That is firm trust. And the scriptures that lead me in this direction, the Bhakti scriptures, they are the most trustworthy. That is Shraddha. With this, one can enter into Bhakti. It also means to have a genuine desire. Not only that you have faith in the scriptures, that's passive. You have to understand the two dimensions of Bhakti, static dimension and dynamic dimension. It's not enough to be on the static dimension. Oftentimes, somebody will read a Bhakti scripture and they will be very, very much, they like it, they will appreciate it, their heart will appear to melt on that. They will say, oh, this is the best thing and all that. But they won't take the next step forward. There they will face an obstacle. Then they are in the static dimension of Bhakti. But you really make progress when you enter into loving devotional service. Loving is not enough. Devotional service. Prabhupada will always translate the term Bhakti into loving devotional service, which is actually, it's not Prabhupada's creation. Don't think. Bhaja, Bhakti is the noun form of Bhaja, and Bhaja means actually serving. So one has to proceed into the active service dimension to the Supreme Lord. That we already saw, two paths are there, Raga Bhakti and Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. In both cases, active service is involved. Only the mode is different, right? But they are both active service. So here he says, they should have a genuine desire to undertake the activities described in the scriptures, and also a strong desire to attain the goal, which is Krishna Prema. So these types of faith may arise naturally in the case of Raga Bhakti, or by force, which means Vaidhi Sadhana. By practicing Vaidhi Sadhana, one can get it. Then, see, by receiving instructions, how do you take the static to dynamic dimension? By taking shelter of the lotus feet of a guru and inquiring from him in the proper way. You have to take the shelter. That is an active process that you have to do. A guru will not come and say, okay, now I have accepted you as my disciple. First, you have to offer yourself to the guru. I want to come under your shelter. If you see Bhagavad Gita, we see Arjuna telling Krishna, what does he say? Krishna is his intimate friend, and Krishna is his relative, close relative, and he's also his charioteer. But still Arjuna is saying, Sishyaste aham shadimam tvam prapannam. I want to know, yes, Shreyasyam, Nischidam Bruhitanme. You definitely tell me the conclusion. What is my best interest? Shreyasyam. That you tell me. And for that purpose, I am surrendering. Sishyaste aham shadimam tvam prapannam. I am inquiring this from you submissively. I am offering myself as your surrendered devotee. So that is how the Krishna starts speaking. First chapter, he doesn't speak at all. Until Arjuna surrenders like this. Then Krishna, prahasanneva bharam, as if smiling, Krishna starts chastising him first. Then he gives the whole knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So, important that surrendering to Guru is an essential dimension of Krishna consciousness. If you see the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna describes knowledge, 5, 6, 7, 8 shlokas, you will see Prabhupada will highlight out of the 20 items that strong faith in Bhakti Rabya Vicharini, Mamchayo Vabhicharena, Bhakti Rabya Vicharini, undeviating Bhakti to my lotus feet, that is one. And second, surrendering to a spiritual master, right? These two are the most important angas of the 20 items of knowledge. Then others will come. They are all secondary. You will see in purport, if you read the purport of those 4 shlokas, you will see Prabhupada insisting that spiritual master is necessary. Of course, spiritual master means it's a guru tattva. Guru is tattva. Tattva means truth. Tat means truth. Om, tat, sat. We say, no? Tat is actually the supreme truth. So, guru is a tattva. Guru is actually the Lord himself. The Lord, in order to elevate the fallen soul back to himself, he creates the Guru Parampara. And through the Guru Parampara, his energy descends. We cannot directly access the Lord. We have to access the Lord through the energy that descends in the form of devotees. And there, Guru Tattva is found in many different ways. What is that? One is Diksha Guru, then you have Siksha Guru, then there is your Vartma Pradashaka Guru, then Diksha Guru, then your Paramartha Guru, Parameshti Guru, Parama Guru. Like that, they are in the cadre, they are listed in different ways. But ultimately, the Tattva is one. Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru, they are both one. You have many Siksha Gurus, you have one Diksha Guru, but the Tattva is one. All deserve the same amount of respect. Only difference will be, even sometimes your Diksha Guru is not very elevated, quite possible, and your Siksha Guru is much more elevated, then Siksha Guru receives more respect, because it depends on one's advancement in Krishna consciousness. You give them respect. Not that he's my Diksha Guru. That is ego, false ego. He's my Diksha Guru. Yasyatma Bhaktir Gunapetri Dhatike. I am attached to my body, so I am also attached to my Guru. My Guru, so he is special. And I will give special respect to him. And others Gurus, I will not give that much. He is only my Siksha Guru. I will give less. It's not like that. The respect is based on the level of advancement that they have made. So ultimately, it is one Tattva. And depending on how much of the light shines through from them, they receive different levels of respect. Somebody is Madhyama, somebody is even Kanishta could be, or even someone Uttama. But they are all teaching the message of the Parampara. That is what makes them eligible to be a Guru. These points you already know. So, one attains by inquiring from spiritual master, one attains auspicious association with a devotee, knowledgeable in bhakti, who is affectionate and sharing similar taste. So then he talks about getting the proper Vaishnava association, ideally Sajatiya. You have common interest in devotional service. Not that we like the same movies, we like the same sports, we like to visit the same mall, not like that. In Krishna consciousness, there are 64 angas. You have particular flavor for particular anga, you have attraction, that devotee also has. You like Bhagavatam, he also likes Bhagavatam. You like, especially in Bhagavatam, 11th canto, Uddhava Gita, he also likes. You like to discuss philosophy in great depth, that devotee also likes. That way you find Sajatiya Vaishnava. Somebody is more interested in services in the temple. If you have a similar interest, then he will become your Sajatiya Vaishnava. So in that way, you can have many associations for different purposes. Somebody to read Bhagavatam with, somebody to do services in the temple, somebody to read Chaitanya Charitam. Even that way you can have. But when you have such like-minded association, you make nice progress in a affectionate and sharing similar taste, like that, which Chakravarti says. Okay. So this is called Bhajana Kriya. So Bhajana Kriya is of two varieties, Anishtita, which is unsteady, and Nishtita is steady. So that is one stage. After the Anartha Nivritti stage, then you come to Nishta stage. After that, it is Nishtita Bhajana. Prior to reaching the Nishta stage, it is Anishtita Bhajana. You all know by now the various stages. Can any one of you give the full list slowly so that others can also hear? The various stages of bhakti, starting from Shraddha.
Shraddha Sadhu. Shraddha Sadhu.
Yeah, you name it and you also say one line, what it means. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shraddha, the faith, Prabhuji. Yes. Initial faith, the Komal Shraddha, it can start from that.
Yes.
Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, when we take the association of the devotees, in that our Bhakti Creeper, that Bhakti Lata beat starts to
grow. There only you take your
Shraddha Sadhu Sangha
also. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhuji. Yeah. Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti. Bhajana Kriya is the chanting or whatever the activities that are asked to perform by the
all
spiritual
the 9 processes of bhakti or 64 angas of bhakti that you execute in the association of devotees. That is Bhajana Kriya. But at this stage, it is called Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. Up to now, we thought it is all Bhajana Kriya. But now, Vishwanath Chakravarti is making a distinction of Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. So at this stage, it is called Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. Okay, what is the next stage? Anyone else can continue? from the devotees? From Anishtita Bhajana Kriya, what comes next? All of you are reading NOD, you can say that.
Nishta, Prabhuji, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema.
What is Nishta?
Nishta is steadiness, Prabhuji, without, other is like unwavering faith. Steadiness.
Unwavering faith. That means you are seeing no obstacles in performing. But externally, there may be obstacles. Others may see obstacles, but you will not see it as an obstacle. Rather, these obstacles are like stepping stones for you. Your bhakti is increasing. Even though others might say, oh, he's in so much poverty, so how he's not able to execute his bhakti properly. No, but inside, the devotee is very, very happy about his poverty. Like Sudama Vipra. He was doing fantastic bhakti, and Krishna was so pleased with him. He had nothing to eat also. So that was never an obstacle for bhakti. So once you reach Nishta stage, you will not count anything as an obstacle. It is unstoppable. Gange Tvoham Ivambudam. Like the water of Ganga, how it flows to the ocean, nothing can stop it. In that way, your bhakti will flow to the lotus feet of the Lord. That is Nishta. Then after Nishta, Mataji, after Nishta,
Ruchi, Prabhuji, taste.
Ruchi. What is Ruchi?
Taste to do devotional service, Prabhuji.
Yes, you develop taste towards the Lord. You develop taste towards His holy name. You get taste towards His qualities and pastimes and His devotees and His paraphernalia. You develop attraction. So at this stage, your Raganuga sadhana merges, right? Because once you develop taste, then the rules and regulations bother you less and less. You have developed ruchi. What happens after ruchi?
Asakti, Prabhuji, interest.
What is asakti? Ruchi is taste. What is asakti?
Yes. You have to
one-pointed focus, Prabhuji, towards
strong attraction towards the Lord. That means you are becoming less and less able to do anything other than Krishna. You are not able to take Krishna out of your mind. At Nishta stage itself, it is becoming very strong. And Ruchi stage, even stronger. And then Asakti means like a magnet. He's pulling you and you cannot stay away from. Internally, externally, the Lord is pulling you always. So then you are in the Asakti stage. Then you reach Bhava and finally Prema. Bhava means you are seeing the Lord, but with some interruptions. You see the Lord sometimes, you don't see the Lord sometimes. And having seen the Lord, you are very much attracted to Him. Sometimes you may see His form, sometimes you may feel His fragrance, like that. And that is the Bhava stage. And Prema, uninterrupted, 24 hours you are in His consciousness. So parallelly, what is happening? Your anarthas are being destroyed. At the Nishta stage itself, almost all the anarthas are gone, but subsequently also, remaining anarthas and aparadas, they all go. At the Prema stage, nothing of an aparad is also left. You are in pure Krishna consciousness. So that is what the process is. So in this way, while you are proceeding in the Anishtita Bhajana Kriya stage, you are experiencing many obstacles. What are these obstacles? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives them some names. And with these names, we'll try to understand what these are. So first one you see here, Utsaha Mayi. The word itself shows you that at the early stage, a devotee has just developed Shraddha and he has come in the association of devotees and he has started executing Bhajana Kriya. But what happens to him? I will read from here. Just as a pupil entering school may think he has already become a great scholar, worthy of everyone's praise. Similarly, a person just beginning devotional service may display the audacity to think that he has mastered everything. Utsaha means enthusiasm, and Utsaha Mayi is a person who possesses enthusiasm to excess. So enthusiasm is good, but enthusiasm to excess means it's a negative quality, right? So would anyone like to talk about it? Have you experienced it or have you seen others go through it? Say, for example, let us
Correct.
imagine somebody, one devotee, he says, he has just come, and he has started 16 rounds. And there are already so many devotees who are there for 3 years, 4 years, struggling 8 rounds, sometimes 16 rounds, sometimes 12 rounds. And they are saying, oh, it's so very difficult. My mind is not focusing. I'm disturbed. Then this fellow, what, 16 rounds? It is like nectar. At 16 rounds in one sitting, I complete in 2 hours. And everybody with wide open eyes looks at this devotee. And devotee becomes even more enthusiastic. He starts saying, see, all you people, you have come to Krishna consciousness so many years ago. Prabhupada has given tons of his blood to develop this Krishna conscious movement. For our sake, he went to America. He has done so many sacrifices. Why can't you do that? Let us all go out and start book distribution. We will start preaching. All these atheists, we will kick them on their face. We will make the whole world Krishna conscious. What is holding you up? Let us start. Like that, he may become very enthusiastic. And he may even start criticizing devotees. Why they are like this? He may start criticizing temple presidents. He may not criticizing the senior devotees. When they hold a program and they are discussing strategies, you know, what strategies you are discussing? Let us just kick the street and go. Let us hold people by their collar and say, chant Hare Krishna. Extreme enthusiasm, which cannot be sustained. So that is one. Oh, Mataji, you wanted to say something. I interrupted you. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. I'm sorry for that, Prabhuji. I interrupted you when you were talking. Hare Krishna.
On,
no, I just had a doubt, Prabhuji. Like yesterday, in the class also, sometimes we also do. So now when I heard this, I'm getting scared, Prabhuji, that when we show some enthusiasm, now it when you explained it, I just got the picture, Prabhuji, like how the real enthusiasm is now. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
This is what.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone wants to speak about it? Is it a wrong thing to be Utsahamayi?
But one doubt I have is that, Prabhuji, when he was chanting, when you said that he could do 16 rounds at one sitting.
Yes.
So I did not find anything wrong in that, Prabhuji. So I just need more clarity from you, Prabhuji.
That he's chanting 16 rounds is all right. But he's boasting about it to the public is not all right. Right? Right?
Okay.
That he's finding fault with others. You people, why you are not chanting? I can do sometimes 32 rounds also. Why you people are still struggling? Prabhupada has done so much sacrifices. Why you are not taking it up seriously? Like that, he will start proselytizing, preaching, without realizing that he's committing aparadha. Because he doesn't know. He's a beginner. And 1 year later, you will see he has left his car. No longer to be seen anywhere. His Kantimala is gone. His Tilak is gone. His Dhoti Kurta is gone. So, sometimes devotees advise, hey, don't go so fast. In all good faith, they will tell seniors. It's all right. Good. Practice. Steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't just run like that. And come in the association of devotees, learn humility, right? And practice with proper attitude. Feel grateful that you have been allowed entry into the mission. And now serve others and learn. Try to work in a team. Don't try to become stick out like a sore thumb and start commanding over others. Find fault with senior leaders. Don't do that. Please understand it correctly. That is important. Taken out of context, somebody will think that, oh, I should never show interest to develop the mission. Not like that. There is something, the mood, the right attitude, correct? Attitude, that word is important. What is the attitude of this person? Is he fault finding, or is he eager to spread the holy name around, to help the fallen souls? Oh, I was such a fallen soul. By the mercy of devotees, I have got something, so I want to share it with others. Then the humility will stand out in him, not that sense of aggressiveness or pride, So the attitude is what is important. With what mood he is in ISKCON. Because we always say the foundation of bhakti is humility and gratitude. Then we are protected against this risk of being over enthusiastic and riding roughshod over others' feelings. What is this? You have a temple in a place like Chennai, and Chennai population is more than 1 crore. At least 10% of the population should have become devotees by now. What are you doing? I'm just giving some examples. Right? This is a spiritual movement. Only by our purity we can spread the movement, not by collecting a lot of money, not by nicely talking in public forums and all that. That is not the way it is done. Prabhupada said, if I make a one pure devotee, I'll be happy. Prabhupada said that. So we are not interested in numbers. We are not interested in collecting a lot of money, even though we may externally say all these things. But internally, we are interested that I should purify myself. And I should help maybe 1 or 2 others to also become pure. When you preach to so many people, how many of them will become serious and go toward the, go through the mill, the challenges of advancing in Krishna consciousness towards pure devotional service? How many people will stay on? So these things are there. So let us not misunderstand these things. It's not a hierarchical organization in that sense that whatever you should only, at the lowest level, you should only take up services like sweeping the floor or mopping or washing vessels. Very good. You should do all these things. But you should also preach. But preach with the right mood. You ask seniors always, how do you want me to preach? What will be the most effective way? Don't start on your own. Always be guided. Always be guided. Always keep yourselves under guidance. Have a reporting relationship with the senior Vaishnava, that you don't become too independent, because our whole disease is the feeling of independence only. We are fallen here because we feel independent. So now we have come to Krishna consciousness, we should develop dependence on devotees. And we should especially develop the dependence on senior devotees. We see they are nicely practicing. When I say senior, don't take it like a hierarchical organization. Yes, put in 20 years of service. That respect you always give. Somebody has come to ISKCON 10 years before I did. I will always give respect to them. But doesn't mean that only their association I will take. Even if someone who came only last year, but he's showing sincere progress and he's interested to learn the books, he's interested to share with others, such a person you can take association. So senior in many ways. Senior in simply years is one thing, but senior in terms of reading the books, sharing with others, practicing devotional life in their day-to-day life, all these things will also identify a senior devotee for you. So Utsahamai is done. We go to Ganatarala. So Utsahamai means excessive enthusiasm. Ganatarala. Ganatarala. Gana means dense. Tarala means dilute. Both in one word. Ganatarala. So what is it? A pupil may be diligently engaged in his studies, spiritual studies, and yet at other times, because of inability to understand the subject matter and because of lack of real taste, he's trying to read and all, but real taste means what? Realized knowledge. Then only real taste will come, right? You should have realized knowledge. So he will lack of real taste, so becomes totally negligent. See, one time he's extremely studious, another time becomes totally negligent. Have you experienced this in your life? Think about it. Suddenly very diligent, suddenly very negligent. In the same way, a new devotee sometimes practices the different activities of devotion service attentively and sometimes neglects them, being sometimes assiduous and at other times negligent. His sporadic endeavor is called Ganatarala, condensed dilute. Condensed dilute. This is Ganatarala. This is another stage of Anishtita Bhajana Kriya. Why these things happen? Why Utsahamai happens? Why Ganatarala happens? It is the anarthas, right? The anarthas are manifesting as you start your sadhana, right? As you start your Bhajana Kriya, your anarthas will surface one by one. And if you continue your seva, your sadhana, they will start leaving you one by one. They will say goodbye. And so one has to have the necessary patience. And while you have patience, you should also have humility, gratitude, tolerance, patience. All these qualities will see you through, right? So this will come and go. Utsahamai, sometimes you'll feel extremely enthusiastic, beginner enthusiasm, like even in somebody learning tennis, it's not only in spiritual field, in any material field also. In the initial stage, somebody learning maths or some new skill or some, initially they'll feel, oh, I learned so much today. I can complete the whole book maybe in 6 months and they'll become a great expert. But then problems start coming. Same way, someone practicing some strokes in tennis, at some point of time, he feels I am very good. Some strokes come nicely, but after that, slogging. So we call it as plateauing. Initially there seems to be an inflection, going up very fast at learning. Then there's a plateau. The plateau lasts a very long time. This quick improvement is a short period, spurt. After that, you reach a plateau. Then to reach the next stage, it takes your blood. You don't see any improvement at all. Whether it could be a chess match or any field you see, there are a lot of practices required. Then you reach the next inflection point. When you see again a rise, again a plateau will come. Not that there is only one plateau, after that all going up only. No, you will come across many plateaus and many inflection points, right? In material field also, same thing you will feel in spiritual life also. So that is Ganatharala. Anyone wants to speak about it? I hope you are all able to appreciate that, what Ganatharala means. I have gone through all this in my life. Vyuda Vikalpa. This is a long discussion. Vyuda Vikalpa. What is Vyuda Vikalpa? He is unable to take a decision, oscillating like a pendulum. What is that? We will see. So here, he is giving so many scriptural examples and saying, sometimes a devotee wants to give up all family life and exclusively dedicate himself to devotional service. I want to give up all these things. In so many lifetimes, I have done the same thing. Now I want to give up and then maybe go to the forest or maybe join the temple, give up all my attachments, sincerely practice Krishna consciousness, make it my last birth, like that. Other times he will say, no. Actually, family life is very suitable for practicing Krishna consciousness. I can make my whole family, my wife, my children, and my neighbors, everybody, I can engage them in Krishna consciousness. And if I have some wealth, I can use it for building a nice temple, and I can distribute books. I can reduce the prices so that everybody can take it. I can serve the temple in so many ways. So I want to remain in service. I want to remain in Grihastha life. I want to develop my business. With that, I can do, when I develop some authority, some position, I can use it in the service, like that. Other times, no, let me give up everything and throw my lot with the devotees. Let me join the ashram, like that. So we will see here. So I am reading exactly. These are all given within quotes. Shall I just be a householder, happy in family life, making my wife and children devotees and worshipping the Lord? Or should I give all that up and go and sit in a place of meditation in Vrindavan and become successful by engaging full time in hearing and chanting with no distractions? So he is having two kinds of thoughts. Next, shall I wait until the last stage, till the moment of death has come, that I am lying in the hospital ICU? Shall I wait until the last stage, after enjoying all sorts of pleasures, when I have understood that the whole material world is simply a forest fire of affliction? Or should I renounce right now? Why not I become a sannyasi now? Other times, why not experience everything and then renounce in full spirit of detachment? Should I put faith in household life? Then he remembers Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, he remembers this shloka. Yopayati shanair maya yoshidheva vinirmita tam ikshetatmano mrityum trinai kupam ivavritam. This shloka says, Maya in the form of a woman created by the Lord approaches the man gently. One should see her as death, like a well which is covered with grass. 3rd canto, 31, chapter 40 shloka. So he remembers it. Oh, I should give up right away. I should not develop any attachment with material life. Then next he reads this shloka. Yo dushtyajan dara sutan suhrid rajyam hridis prushaha jaho yuvaiva malavat uttama shloka lalasaha. Bharat Maharaj, who longed to serve the Lord, gave up his wife, sons, friends, and kingdom as if they were stool, though they were touching to the heart and thus difficult to give up at a young age. Bharat Maharaj, once at the peak, at the prime of his career as a king, he gave up everything. And just as someone who has passed a stool will not turn to look at it, he will leave that in disgust. In a similar way, Bharat Maharaj left his wife, sons, friends, and kingdom as if they were stool. Without even turning back, he just went to the forest. Right? This he reads and thinks, oh, I should be also like that. Then, or should I delay renouncing? Again, a thought comes, but should I renounce now or give it some time? For that, he finds another support from another shloka. This is from Bhagavatam, 11th canto. Aho me pitaro vruddhau bharya balatmajatmajaha anatha mamrite dina katam jivanti dukkhitaha. He remembers this 11th canto where Krishna describes how an attached man thinks. Oh, my poor elderly parents and my wife with a mere infant and my other young children. Without me, they have no one to protect them in this bad world and will suffer unbearably. How can they live without me? He thinks like that and says, okay, my renunciation can wait. Let me give my time and energy and support to them. Let me bring them up to some level. Then I will consider. Right now is not the right time to go. Other times he is thinking. But in old age, I will not have strength to renounce. Therefore, right now I should just maintain my life, enter the forest, and spend 24 hours worshipping the Lord. Then he thinks, but in old age, can I imagine going to a place like Vrindavan and living alone? No, there'll be hardly any energy. Now only I should go so that in old age I can maintain in the same way. How can I go at old age, 70 years, 80 years and live in Vrindavan? No. Maybe I should go now and 24 hours I should worship the Lord. Then he remembered this shloka. Evam grihashaya kshipta hrudayo mudadhirayam atriptastan anudhyayan mruto andham pishate tamaha. இந்த விதமாக அவனுடைய முட்டாள்தனமான மனத்தினால் ஒரு கிரகஸ்தன் I am going through my Tamil class. Thus, because of his foolish mentality, a householder whose heart is overwhelmed by family attachment is never satisfied. Foolish mentality, a householder, his heart overwhelmed by family attachment is never satisfied. Constantly meditating on his relatives, he dies. Meditating on his relatives, he dies and enters into the darkest ignorance. Vishate tamaha. He enters because he's never able to detach himself, so much attached to wife, children, grandchildren, so many things. So he's overwhelmed by family attachment. So meditating on them instead of meditating on Krishna, right? Till the end, we don't know when the end will come. So till the end, he's meditating on relatives and that way he dies. So what happens to him? He enters into the darkest of ignorance. This is also 11th canto. Tasman madbhakti yuktasya yogino vai madatmanah na jnanam na cha vairagya prayaha shreyo bhavediha. Anyway, again, it says, therefore, for a devotee engaged in bhakti with mind fixed on me, the cultivation of knowledge and renunciation is generally not beneficial for bhakti. This is a shloka again in 11th canto. It says, once a bhakta has taken up the process of bhakti, with mind fixed on me, he should not practice jnana and vairagya. It is generally not good for bhakti. Why? One should not be too attached, one should not be too detached. That is the criterion for bhakti. Right? Everything in moderation. Right? Yuktahara viharasya, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, whether you are sleeping, whether you are eating, whether you are recreating, everything should be moderation. That is for bhakta, not that extreme dry renunciation or too much attachment like a karmi. Both are not desirable. So he reads this. So he thinks there is no fault in renunciation if it produces bhakti, if it is dependent on bhakti. If you practice renunciation out of bhakti, then it is okay. So like this, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives so many examples Now he says some kind of summarizing. By sophism, by mental jugglery, right? Using his own intelligence, he's thinking. By sophism, one may justify immediate renunciation of householder life. So by simply thinking logic, using our own logic, we can sometimes justify immediate renunciation of householder life. That's called sophism. Sophism means superficial logic, sophistry, superficial logic. You can say, okay, I will renounce householder life, having confidence that there will be no worry for food, since it is well known that the sadhus in ashramas eat plentifully. In the ashrama, there is no shortage of food. So if I take renunciation, there will be no means of income, but still in the ashram, I will get food. Somebody may think like that and take sannyas. Thus, the neophyte sometimes contemplates a life of renunciation. I will go to some ashrama, I will detach myself from family life and go like that. Tavad ragadayas tenas tavat karagraham graham tavan moho angri nigado yavat Krishna nate janaha. O Krishna, until people become your devotees, their material attachment and desires remain as thieves. Material attachment and desires remain thieves. Their homes remain prisons. Karagraham graham. House becomes a jail, prison house. And their affectionate feelings for their family members, what are they? They are the foot shackles. In the worst criminal, what they do, they tie one heavy chain to their leg with a huge iron ball also. They cannot run. Huge iron ball. So this family affection, what they feel is actually the foot shackles. They cannot give up family attachment, right? So this is how 10th canto, Brahmadev prays to the Lord Krishna, right? So in different ways, this is the neophyte is thinking. But at other times, he favors household life. So sometimes he thinks I should give up family life. Sometimes he thinks, shall I engage in chanting or perhaps in hearing, or shall I engage in service, remaining in the family? I will chant, hear, do service. Let me rather engage in many angas of bhakti like Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj was a grihastha only, but he performed every anga of bhakti. Maybe I can do like that. So when one speculates on all types of options in devotional service, it is called Vyudha Vikalpa, or extensive indecision and imagination. If you are experiencing these things, so don't feel dejected. Many people share this, right? Otherwise, it will not be in this book. So this process of going through Anartha Nivritti, Anishtita Bhajana Kriya, one will go through all these things. So we have covered 3. We will do the remaining 3 tomorrow. Vishaya Sangara, Niyamakshama, and Tarangarangani we will do tomorrow. Thank you. Are there any questions, comments? Does it make sense? As a very practical guide.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have a doubt, Prabhuji. Shall I ask?
Yeah.
Prabhuji, I can relate myself to the first category, Utsahamani,
Huh.
because I was very, very excited at the beginning and all that. Then slowly, because of various reasons, I have lost the enthusiasm. Thankfully, I'm amidst devotees, hearing classes of Prabhupada in various group and all that. So I'm somehow managing, but my chanting has reduced a lot. I've come down to 4 rounds, mainly because of my personal reasons, Prabhuji. So what I wanted to know is, Prabhuji, I can still hear these classes now, Prabhuji, in the sense that is it for an advanced devotee or anything like that? Because all topics discussed are towards the progression of bhakti, na, Prabhuji.
Which classes you mean?
This.
No, Madhurya Kadambini is for beginners.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay.
Yeah. Because this way we will learn the whole process of bhakti and what we are going through. It's like a road map. This is a road we have to travel. So it prepares you.
Prabhuji.
And mainly as we progress in this book, when we reach bhava or asakti and all that, the chapters will be very small. There is not only in the level of prema, there will be a longer discussion. That is so that you will know the prayojana, so that you will become attracted to it. That's the goal. So the goal will be discussed in greater length, but more discussion is here. Anartha Nivritti, Nishta. No, this is where most of the discussion will be. Then it will go faster because they are not in our experience. We will go through it. So it will go a little more faster. This is a beginner's book. Otherwise, I would not have taken it. I am a beginner myself. I am not competent.
Prabhuji, you are being very humble by saying that, Prabhuji.
Let us be honest. That's all. Not humility.
I am the biggest beginner here, Prabhuji, in the whole group. Prabhuji, and one more doubt I have, Prabhuji. What is the best way to get out of Anartha Nivritti, Prabhuji?
Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya. You should be enthusiastic, you should have patience, and you should have determination. This book should give you determination. That, okay, come what may, I will achieve my goal. Whatever it takes, I will remain patient. I will practice to the best of my ability. I'll be very incisive in my approach to life. You should know where I am failing, where my logic is failing, where I am deviating from the Shastras. We should be very alert. See, in this case, we saw Vyuda Vikalpa. Somebody justifies family life, somebody justifies renunciation. But in both the cases, his arguments are sophistry. Superficially, I want to do something, I will justify myself using the scriptures. That is not the correct way. We should understand the spirit of the scriptures under guidance of senior Vaishnavas and then practice it in your life. That is the only way. We have to, all of us, go through the stage of Anartha Nivritti. Let us pray that in our case it will not be too long, but let us be practical. We all have a lot of anarthas, we have a lot of aparadhas. So, and there is no other way. Let us go through it. Best thing is to stay in the association of devotees. You can read the Prabhupada's books. If you are not able to listen to classes, read Prabhupada's books. Or if you are able to listen, ideally you listen to Prabhupada's lectures online. So many short clippings are also there. Full lectures of Prabhupada are there. They are most powerful. He will speak only basics, but they are very powerful because you are hearing from a pure devotee. So like that, you keep hearing, reading the scriptures of Srila Prabhupada and do the best. Whatever you standard you fix, try not to deviate from that. Fix a standard. It should not be too difficult for you, but you should not come down from that. That level you fix and don't come down from that. Is it okay, Madhurya? That's reasonable?
Prabhuji, yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. I am hearing to Prabhupada's lecture, Prabhuji, in a WhatsApp group. So, and we are reading Bhagavatam also, my husband and me daily, mostly daily. But the thing is, this only, no Prabhuji, Maya is very strong, as you say.
No, but regulative principles, be strict about it. Right? In your personal life, don't deviate from regulative principles. That you fix it. No going down on that. So the minimum time that you will give to Krishna in whichever way, that you fix it. Let not day go by that, okay, today I was too busy, so I have not been Krishna conscious. Let that not happen. And ideally, if you can maintain a to-do list, in a diary, you can write down, tomorrow I want to do the following things. And tomorrow, by the end of the day, you see what all you have done, what all you have not done, and find out why I did not do certain things. Decide to do it the next day. Like that, you monitor yourself, become your own guide. Share it with a senior Vaishnava once in a while, periodically, once in a fortnight, once in a month, and take their guidance. That way, have a personal guide. That is very good in our stage. In fact, in any stage of our life, we should have a senior guide for us. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Vishwesh Prabhu.
Prabhuji, actually what Mataji just now said, she has practically spoken for the whole group. Everybody is facing the same kind of dilemma, and you have also posed this before the group. And in this selection of what to do, how much you can do, I think Guruji cannot really tell the pupils what to do or what not to do. It's every person for himself, according to his ability, what he can do. Whether some does it in the family or does it sannyasi or whatever. But what you just now said, setting a standard is important. Once you've made progress to a certain level, the important thing I think is not to get back to that and try to progress further in that and go climb the higher step, not go down to the lower step again. So that is what we need to do. And I have been trying, at least personally, to focus on simple things. Like the other day, you said that dovetailing all your senses towards Krishna, and I try to do that. That should not be too difficult. So you smell the flowers. You touch his feet. You see his videos. You hear his bhajans. So these kind of things. And although there are so many books, Prabhupada has written amazingly such a lot of books. Basically, I've been following only the Gita and the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam also, I don't have the entire volumes. You were saying you can do it on the website.
Yeah.
And these two
You tried it, database?
Yeah, no, I've not tried yet. I'll try it out today. I'll look into it. So that is the thing.
Yeah. So
And
ultimately, we have to try and be in some devotee association. The more we appreciate the importance of devotee association in our life, the more we progress without too much of pain, without too much of regret later on. Oh, I came to Krishna consciousness, but I wasted a lot of time because I did not have the right association. So please try to have the right association. Someone.
Now, what you said, Prabhuji, sorry to interrupt, about being shackled by other bonds, filial bonds and family bonds.
Yes.
That will probably be the biggest deterrent of letting yourself go completely into this.
Recognizing that is important. This process is essentially internal. It's not that externally, in my childhood, I used to see on Ravi Verma picture. I don't know how many of you have seen that. It shows Vishwamitra and Menaka with a baby. Menaka came to distract him, and then he got distracted, and then baby Shakuntala is born. And then Vishwamitra is having one hand up like this, covering his eyes, and he refuses to look at Menaka. So that, that kind of a hasty thing will not work, because we have to develop the right qualities. But at the same time, we have to realize that, in fact, family affections without Krishna in the center is a shackle. It is a foot shackle. It's not an exaggeration. It's a fact.
But are we allowed to neglect the family and go totally into this?
This is a call that we have to take. What is neglect? What is attachment? If anything takes you away from Krishna, it is an attachment. Because we are forgetting that Krishna is the most important relation in my life.
Absolutely.
As long as I think I am the body, because the lesson 1 in Bhagavad Gita was, you are not the body.
Yes.
You are not the body. That was lesson 1. So where are we? We are still not learning our lesson 1. That's position with all of us. But at least we should know. My whole spiritual process starts only when I realize strongly that I am not the body. So when I am not the body, where did all these relationships come from? So the root itself is wrong, that I am thinking I am the body. So every branch, every leaf, every flower, every fruit, everything is wrong. At the root, I am wrong, because I am thinking I am the body. So somehow or other, I have entered into a situation because of my illusion to live away from Krishna. I have accepted a body as myself. And because of the false ego, I have developed so many attachments to my friends, relatives, family, children, wealth, so many things, my designations I have developed. So I should realize these are shackles. I should realize only by forgetting Krishna, I developed all these things. And now I have started remembering Krishna. So what should I do with all these things?
Even if you can't do complete detachment, maybe to the extent possible.
That's different. But have I placed Krishna firmly in the center of my existence? It's not a question of removing something. It's a question of planting Krishna firmly in the middle of our existence. Have we done that? Am I executing all my family duties only for the pleasure of Krishna? Or am I working for somebody else's pleasure, quietly moving Krishna away from the center? When I feel that it is one thing or the other, either Krishna or that, then I am in illusion. Either I can do this or I can do that. If I say like this, I am in illusion. Because Krishna says in Chatusloki Bhagavatam, there is nothing other than me everywhere. He tells Lord Brahma. Before creation, I was alone there. After destruction, I am alone there. In the middle also, whatever exists is me only. Anything you see which is not me is actually illusion. Krishna very clearly defines. So how are we going to look at our family life? Are we thinking, oh, if I have to take Krishna, I have to reject my family? Or if I have to maintain my family responsibility, I have to forget Krishna? That means my understanding has to still grow, because my father, my mother, my children, my everything, they are all Krishna, has come in so many forms. He's testing me. Ma manusmara yudhyacha. That's what he told Arjuna. You fight, but if you forget me in fighting, sorry, you have lost the battle already. You want to fight, you fight for my pleasure. But while fighting, you have to remember me. Oh, I am fighting for Krishna's pleasure. In your life, the center should be Krishna, because you realize that I am not the body. This body is a stool. By my foolishness, I have fallen into the pool of stool. I want to cleanse myself. That way, Krishna should firmly be in the center of my life. One moment Krishna goes away from the center, that's a moment of my falling down. I should not think either or. It's not either or. That means I think Krishna is also real, but other things are also real. No, only Krishna is real. Other things are not. I don't know whether I am making sense, whether I am being practical, but this is something we all need to understand. Figure out for ourselves. It's not that I do whatever I want, but I offer it to Krishna. That is one way. That's a beginning step. But finally, say for example, cooking should be for Krishna. And after Krishna has accepted, accepting the remnants, that is a secondary action. Offering, that's why in Ekadasi, people offer grains to Krishna, but they won't take grains. So what will they do with that food offered to Krishna? The scriptures don't talk about it. I have not read anywhere what they did with that. But they offer very nice food to Krishna, because Krishna doesn't observe Ekadasi fast. It is we who are observing Ekadasi. We should know. Ekadasi fasting is to develop affection towards Krishna, but to make Krishna also fast. So let us understand this. Krishna should firmly be in the center. That position is non-negotiable. With that, we have to work our family life around that. Nobody is recommending people should take sannyas, nor it is recommended that, okay, you have family responsibilities, maybe in your next lifetime you can do Krishna. No, that is also not so, because the best time is now. We have got a human form of life, which is so very rare. And we have got a guru, we have got instructions. These are all things that are not guaranteed in every life. So let us take full advantage of that. Prabhupada again and again insisted on his disciples, let this be your last life. You work towards that. Don't try to ensure a better life next time. No, work towards making this your last life, like that. Okay. Strong words I spoke because it is spoken to myself. I am speaking to myself. But these are facts. This is what the scriptures say. Whether you take Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, they all caution you, they warn you, they chastise you to be very careful and avoid the pitfalls, so that when it is too late, we will cry that I missed an opportunity. Right? Is it okay, devotees?
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Much of
You've given us a lot of material to think about.
This road, we all have to travel. This road, we have to all travel. But the destination is so very beautiful. And there is no other path. This is the only path we have to take. And the sooner we become serious about it, the more time we save, actually. We save a lot of time. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, yes.
What if we are not able to do exclusively for Krishna, work for Krishna? Like you explained, Prabhuji, we are doing it for ourselves and offering it to Krishna. Still,
no, I'm just saying this so that we will become humble, Mataji. We are not at a certain level, that we can achieve that kind of a, connection to Krishna. We have been away from Krishna. So at least let us be humble, no? Let us be humble and let us be grateful. And let us always try to improve ourselves. One step forward. Let us keep taking that step forward. Because whatever is said may not be applicable equally to all of you. but to somebody, something may be applicable. But let us all realize one thing, that attachment to family and attachment to Krishna are not mutually exclusive things. Your greatest attachment should be to Krishna. Then it should cascade to everyone around you. In fact, you read in the scriptures everywhere, anyone who loves Krishna, he loves everyone else. Anyone who truly loves Krishna, his love will flow to all existence, including animals and plants and insects. He will have that. We see in the life of Mrigari. Once he became a lover of God, he automatically did not step on an ant also. So we should understand that once I become Krishna's lover, I will become detached from everything. It's quite the opposite. You will become very kind to all existence. You will become compassionate. Right now, what we are doing, in the name of family, friends and relatives, children and all that, we are saving the shirt of a drowning person. Prabhupada uses this language. A person is drowning and you say, I saved this person. And what you show? You show his coat. I have saved him. But there is only the coat in your hand. The person is drowned. Same way, we have to see our family also soul. Not only I am a soul, but my family members are also souls. So what is needful for them, I should do. They may not readily accept the Krishna consciousness I want to give them. So I should give them in a way that by setting a good example, I can teach them, or by helping them to eat prasadam and slowly move away from wrong things, I can help them, whichever way. So that way, when you love Krishna, you love your relatives as spirit soul, just like you. Like me only, they have also fallen. Let me help them. That mood can be cultivated, no?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So we'll meet again, same time, tomorrow. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev ki jai. Vishwanath Chakravarti ki jai. Madhurya Kadambini ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.